Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's your boy Indiana Jones. Today we got a video called The Fall of White Power Has Begun. This is for entertainment purposes only. I hope y'all enjoy the video. And if y'all haven't hit that sub, please do so. And put your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Let's get into it, guys. The fall of white America begins.
My goodness. So what we are currently witnessing is Lyndon Johnson's quote, manifested. And the quote going to, if you can make the poorest of the whites believe that they're superior than, the blacks, then you can go in their pockets. And that's precisely what is happening right now. Because there was so much hatred during this last election. I wasn't privy to it, but now seeing the actions of people and what they thought was going to happen, I realized, oh, y'all really didn't like her because she was a black woman, all right? And then you saw the CIA agents who were saying, well, she's not black, she Indian. Well, Lucas, she did the collard greens in the bathtub, okay? That's a trick bag family. And you start to see you start to see this full picture, and I'm like, wow, you had the CIA agents working hand in hand with the white elites, and now both groups, both tribes are being hurt. And it's sad to see. It really is sad to see, because I tried warning people. They thought that they were going to be attacking the black and the brown. That's what they were so giddy about. Oh, yes, let's get these mofos out of here and we'll get the country great again, okay? We'll make it white, because they want to be the majority demographic, because that's how they view it. They view it as a white country. And what they failed to understand is that the elites don't really care about.
You guys are watching the downfall of white supremacy in 4K, in 8K. They have hired so many incapable people to do these jobs, these government jobs, all because they're just yes men, right? Just people that whatever Trump says, whatever his administration says, they're just going to do it. And with white supremacy, this intoxicating belief that you can get away with anything. And in the global scale of things, there's real world consequences. There are consequences from other countries and just nature alone. Like, there will be consequences. So you guys are watching the downfall of what happens when somebody or a group of people think that they are better than everyone else and that they can do whatever they want. And yes, it looks really bad right now. Yes, there's a lot of tyranny going on right now, but you're literally watching the downfall of white. And a lot of people don't recognize that the population of non-melanated people are dwindling. They're not able to have as many babies as their death rate. And so this is why they have instituted, the ban on abortion. It was white women that were getting the most abortions. This is why they are closing the borders, because they feel like they're being outnumbered in a country that they were never intended to be in the first place. This is why you're seeing white hate. It is fear. You guys understand that this is from a place of fear. That hate is from a place of fear. They are scared. They're scared of losing power. They're scared of losing their positions of power, their white privilege. So they have to attack people who pose that threat. And it's all these melanated people who are having babies, who are coming up in the ranks. And when Obama stepped on the scene, it was a paradigm shift. People were like, oh, black people could be president? Oh, they could be educated? Like, yeah, we've always been educated. We've always been innovators. All of the inventions that you see, the stoplight, all the things that you see today were invented by a lot of people of color. It's just been hidden. And because the stories aren't being told in these school systems, white people think we dumb. White people think we savages still, because the educational system is being promoted by whites. So it's really hurting them and their generations that come after them, because they're being sold a lie for so long that they're believing a lie. And then you get out and they FAFO, like they find out real quick that life is bigger than them. So be encouraged, y'all. This is not a message to demonize white people. This is a message to tell you that those who have bought into this white supremacy is crumbling. It's crumbling in your face. And this is why you see them kicking and screaming on their way out. This is why you see the tyranny, they're ramping it up, because they are scared. And the hate is going to get even worse the more afraid they get of losing their power. So, hey, just hanging there. We resilient. Hey, historically, people of color are resilient. we went through the Great Depression like it was nothing. Like, oh, we know how to live without a lot of food. We know how to live without excess. Man, white people were jumping out of buildings when they realized, oh, I'm poor. They killed themselves. We were like, hey, this is just another Monday. We so resilient. We don't need much to enjoy ourselves. And I think that's one of the biggest glows about people of color, but it's also a downfall of us, is that we can make poverty look good. We have literally made our way of life through all of this turmoil look really glamorous, and people want to be like us and dress like us and do the things that we do, because we've literally repackaged poverty and made it look cool. And so yeah, just be encouraged, man. We got this. We've been here for a very long time and we ain't going nowhere anytime soon. So Let them do whatever they want right now, kicking and screaming on their way out, because their time is up. Nature has spoken.
Instead of getting rage baited, I think it's important for all of us to understand what's really going on in America. Please let me explain. So right now, what we are witnessing is the downfall of what America has always been. America is literally built on top of pain, misery, depression, lies. I could go on, you know? And it's also built on fake power structures, meaning a lot of slave owners and white people who were powerful way back in the day, 1700s, 1600s, 1800s. Back then, they set up the system to where even in 2025, they could still be at the top. Whole time, I'm pretty sure that their ancestors weren't thinking about the fact that things change, and that's the only constant in this world is change. So here we are, where people are finally starting to realize, like, you know what, other people do deserve some of the things y'all have always been getting, and now they're claiming it's discrimination. People aren't hiring white people. White people are getting the bare minimum. White people are being pushed to the back. Whole time, white people were always in the back. It's just the fact that we were put behind y'all to make it seem like y'all were at the front. Does that make sense? Y'all have never been at the top of anything. But now, since the structure that we already have is set up in your favor, now you want to make America great again because it's unlike what has always been. Like, are y'all following? So now what do people do when they're at the top and they're in jeopardy of falling to the bottom? They do whatever they can to stay at the top, meaning if they have to make people of color fight, if they have to take away SNAP, if they have to cause martial law in our states, they don't care. They just want to stay at the top because that's where they've been. And anyone else that wants to be at the top, it's not going to happen because they want and own the top. So in order for us as the people at the bottom and the people that they see as the bottom to get back to the top, everything that's of now in America has to be dismantled. It has to be. Everything is falling. And that's fine, actually. We need to rebuild it. It's all based on BS. So yeah, it's just a battle of fragile male egos, white systemic racism, and yeah, people wanting things to stay the same when things are inherently made to change. So it's only a matter of time before things actually do change and the collective consciousness actually catches up to the reality of where we are. Happy November.
All right, so look, what we're seeing right now is not just political chaos or economic breakdown. It's deeper than that. What we're seeing is the collapse of a global system that was built on lies. A system built on control, ego, domination, and deception. That kind of system does not last forever, and right now it is falling apart. And this collapse has a new name, the universal narcissist collapse, because this system isn't just flawed, but it's fundamentally narcissistic. It operates like a narcissist on a global scale. It lies to survive. It manipulates reality to protect its own image. It fears the truth because truth threatens control, and it thrives on domination, not cooperation. And like any narcissistic personality, it eventually collapses under the weight of its own lies. Now, let's connect that to what's really at the root, the system of supremacy. Dr. Frances Cress Welsing taught that supremacy is not just a racial bias. She taught that it was more than a personal bias. She taught that it is a global system, a survival strategy built by people who feared their own extinction. They feared being genetically annihilated by melanin. So they created a system to maintain dominance by any means necessary. And Neely Fuller Jr. explained it simply. White supremacy is a total system. It controls everything: economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, religion, sex, and war. This system was designed to make whiteness the standard. It rewrites history. It erases indigenous truth. It tells melanated people that they are inferior while feeding on our culture, our creativity, and our essence. That's not just racism. That is narcissism institutionalized. But here's the thing. A system like that cannot last forever because it's unnatural. It goes against the balance of nature. It goes against the laws of harmony, reciprocity, and truth. It extracts instead of replenishes. It separates instead of connects. It dominates instead of aligns. And any system that is unnatural is unsustainable. You can only suppress the truth for so long. You can only lie to the earth, to the people, to the spirit for so long. Eventually, truth rises and the lie begins to collapse. And that's what's happening now. We are in transition. The world is shifting spiritually, mentally, even cosmically. We're leaving behind the age of top-down control and moving into something different. This shift has a name too. It's called the Age of Aquarius. In astrology, the Age of Aquarius is about collective consciousness, truth and transparency, innovation and evolution, unity over hierarchy, and freedom from old systems. This new era does not support narcissistic power structures. It does not support white supremacy, exploitation, or control. It supports truth. It supports community. It supports systems that serve the people, not control them. So as we enter this new age, these old systems cannot survive. They are built on fear. They are built on lies. And the Age of Aquarius brings truth. So yes, this collapse is real, but it's also inevitable. And more than that, it's necessary. You cannot build a new world on top of a rotten foundation. Foundation has to break, so something true can be built. This collapse isn't the end of everything. It's the end of the illusion. It's the breakdown of a narcissistic world order so that a new order rooted in truth and balance can take its place. We are witnessing the fall of ego, the fall of white supremacy, the fall of control systems that never had any real power, only fear. And as they fall, what rises is our ancestral memory, ancestral wisdom, ancient knowledge, collective power, truth, unfiltered, undeniable, and unstoppable. So don't be afraid of the collapse. Don't try to save the old world. It was never built to serve us. Let it fall, because the truth is rising, and with it, a new world, one that's actually worth living in.
So you
Wow, guys. So, there you have it. The downfall of white power begins. At least that's what's going on in America. That's what some Americans believe. Some people are not happy with this ICE government that Trump's little army is assigned, especially in Minnesota right now. All I have to say is look out for your loved ones. Cherish the times, because these times are crazy for brown or indigenous, non-white, basically. It seems like that they're going after. But I mean, some can argue the case and say that, hey, you know, folks like Renee Good was a white person, you know. But that's one in a million shot. All I gotta say is that just look out for yourself. It's the only thing you can do.
can't be a good white person and put your body in between them trying to kidnap a brown person or harm a black person. When you do that, you lose your proximity to whiteness and you lose the benefits that come along with it. That's the cost. We're all acting so shocked that the white woman, well, see, she wasn't a good white. She was out there advocating for brown people, so she lost her proximity to whiteness. This is the work of dismantling supremacy. This is what it's gonna cost. It's time for some radical acceptance. Because they've been out there, black and brown people, for hundreds of years. And people who looked like me were having picnics under black trees as they blew in the breeze after they'd been. And then 6 years ago, when they kneeled on George Floyd's neck, we all put a black picture in our Instagram, acting as if that were enough. In order to dismantle white, we have to be willing to lose the benefits of whiteness. Means us too. That's what that means. And it's time for some radical acceptance about that, guys. That's what it's gonna take to dismantle supremacy, is losing the benefits of the system. So we can't be so shocked as white people continue to, because we weren't this shocked when black and brown people were. Because we expected it. Not because we weren't grieving, but we expected it, right? You should expect it. We have to lose the benefits of the system if we want to tear the system down. White supremacy has killing black and brown folks. And it's not going to go down without a fight. So if you lose your proximity to whites and whiteness, you will lose the safety that goes along with it.